We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth.
前两届前锋座，一阴一阳之味道，仔细东来。明码标价的那些物，非黑即白。
Your number one stop shop for wrestling talk. We're talking champs v contenders, rookies v vets, and shoots v works. I am your host, the Triple Crown Champ. Let's get into it. We are back like I never left. The Triple Crown Champ is here. The champ is here. And today we're talking about Monday Night Raw on the road to Money in the Bank. Let's get into it. So first thing I want to talk about is the promo between CM Punk, later followed up or later joined by Sami Zayn to let him know the importance of winning the later Money in the Bank qualifying match that he has. I must say, quite frankly, I understand what they're trying to put together, the story that they're trying to build. I feel like Money in the Bank this year is being built very, very slowly. So in that respect, I understand what they're trying to build. I'm not sure if that promo segment was exactly planned, but it's well thought out that CM Punk is probably one of the best stickmen in the business, if not of all time. I don't agree with that, but I know it's wildly thought of as so. So therefore, I think maybe he was put into the ring to try and bring a little bit of a hype to the show, to the match, a little bit of awareness, whatnot. So yeah, Sami Zayn comes to the ring to express the significant importance of winning that match. We want truth. We want truth.
前两届前锋座，一阴一阳之味道，仔细东来。明码标价的那些物，非黑即白。
So move on to that from that segment to Liv Morgan and the Judgment Day and the developing storyline with Roxanne Perez. So that developing, so it's an interesting one. I think it's interesting that they're going to use Liv at this point to kind of build Roxanne Perez. I think it's definitely rubbing. I don't think Roxanne needs it. I think Liv might be above it at this point. I mean, it would be a little bit arrogant to say that, but I think Liv is above that at this moment. If you want someone to rub, it should probably be someone like Charlotte or something like that. Someone who has the ability, has the skill, but isn't necessarily shining as well right now. Natalia is also always a big one, but I guess they've got Maxine Dupri doing that at the moment. Although, I mean, in a way, probably, maybe, I don't know. That's a kind of weird situation. I don't understand why Natty isn't on TV more often, wrestling more often. I just have never quite understood the way the WWE treat Natalia Nakamura. Anyway, the match between Liv Morgan, Ivy Nile, and Stephanie Vaquer. Well, we were sure that Ivy Nile wasn't going to pick up the victory on that, and I was about 99.9% sure that it was going to be Stephanie Vaquer. I knew they would have to do some pretty good storytelling within the match to justify why Liv didn't win the match. And in there, I think that's where the Roxanne Perez building storyline is. It would make sense to have Liv Morgan in the Money in the Bank just so that she could feud with Roxanne Perez to further that story along. As it happens, it was always going to be Stephanie Vaquer. It was Stephanie Vaquer. And I must say that was a brilliant bait and switch by the WWE for months, because when Stephanie Vaquer and Julia stepped up onto the main roster and Julia picked up the title straight away, pretty much, I assumed that WWE wanted to go with something that was tried and proven, which was the Japanese strong style superstar. It always works in NXT, because I think NXT is more of a purist ground for wrestlers, and they like to see superstars that come over from different organizations who already have an authentic name. I don't think that necessarily works as well on the main roster. So as far as that's concerned, I was sure that Julia was getting the nod, Julia was getting the push. And it turned out that the bigger push was for Stephanie Vaquer, which I appreciated because that was a wrestler I more gravitated towards as far as being a fan of their work. Um, and now they're both on the main roster. I think it's going to be a brilliant ladder match. It's going to be a brilliant Money in the Bank. So yeah, looking forward to that. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth.
一阴一阳之味道，仔细东来，明码标价的那些物，非黑即白。
Also, must say, the next match up was the War Raiders versus the Judgment Day, and I just love the Judgment Day's new music. I'm not quite sure. I know it's not Finn Balor's version of the Judgment Day music. And I know Liv still has her own music, Raquel still has her own music. So I'm inclined to think that this hip hop iteration of the Judgment Day is JD's version of the Judgment Day music. It's awesome, though. Absolutely awesome. Pretty good match. I mean, the whole show I don't think was all that much to speak of, but it is what it is.
一阴一阳之味道，仔细东来，明码标价的那些物，非黑即白。
So, Becky Lynch versus Lyra and the promo. I did say I thought Lyra's promo last week was a little bit slow, was a little bit dead, but this one picked up. It was better. It was a lot shorter. Keep it short and sweet. Yeah, less is more. And yeah, Becky comes out. I absolutely love the man, and I love a woman playing the man and what she's trying to say with that whole thing. I think I've spoken about that before. I am quite frankly in awe of Becky Lynch. Every time she comes back to the roster, she's a wrestler you might forget when she's away from the title picture, and then when she comes back in, or she's had a hiatus and she comes back in, she injects so much energy. And I think she's gotten even better at promos recently. So yeah, absolutely love Becky Lynch and think she's absolutely amazing. Love the man. What's this now? An article about Becky Lynch ruining wrestling. Oh. So let's talk about Sami Zayn once more in the segment. Sami Zayn never ceases to amaze, does he? He just never ceases to amaze me. The entrance between Sami and Jey Uso and Sami Zayn absolutely getting down. Listen, Sami Zayn's got some moves. It's kind of funky, no? I thought so. Oh, wow. Okay. Just entertaining on all fronts. Entertaining on all fronts. So, Sami Zayn versus Jey Uso, Bron Breakker, and Bronson Reed. Oh, yeah, I love Bronson Reed. I love Big Bronson Reed. I always have that air raid music. It is just built well. Oh, Big Bronson Reed. I don't know what it is. And it's not just that he's a big guy, because there's been many big guys. Speaking of big guys, we will talk at some point about the work Omos has been doing in Noah. Absolutely phenomenal. But as far as big men go, Bronson Reed is by far one of my favorites. He stands out. He's different, I think. He moves exceptionally well, and I think he has a certain amount of degree of input to that character, but so does the production around him. And I think you can see it not just the way he's built, but the way his character has been crafted. And it's changed slightly, but not all that much. So there was always a vision for Bronson Reed, and that's part of what I like about Bronson Reed. I think that the only way is up for this man. Absolutely phenomenal performer. So now let's talk about El Grande Americano. And guys, I just want to make sure that we all understand here that Chad Gable is not Grande Americano. Okay, I'll say it again. Chad Gable is not Grande Americano. They are, in fact, two separate individuals. This is clear. We've never seen them quite exactly at the same. I mean, there was one time where Grande Americano was being escorted from the building while Chad Gable was being interviewed. So we know unequivocally that they are not, in fact, the same people. We need to stop this, guys. This is demonstrous, and it is a vile accusation upon two consummate professional wrestlers, okay? Okay. So, triple threat match between El Grande Americano, CM Punk, and AJ Styles. That was not completely unexpected. I always thought, and I said in a previous video, that it would be awesome if Grande Americano turned up to Worlds Collide and all the luchadors beat the bejesus out of him. I mean, it wouldn't be too bad if Chad Gable got himself a match that night as well. Some way, somehow, that wouldn't hurt too much. Again, Grande Americano, Chad Gable, two separate people, okay? Okay. So El Grande wins that match and will be in the ladder match, the Money in the Bank ladder match. So that's pretty awesome. I think he will have a good showing, a luchador of his ability. Yeah, I think he could go very far, and it would be a great match. Let's talk about Seth Rollins and his group. They need a name. They really need a name. I contend with this. I've been saying this for a while. I think Seth Rollins and his group definitely need a name. Their faction, I have no idea what that name would be. We want truth. We want truth. We want truth.
一阴一阳之味道，仔细东来，明码标价的那些物，非黑即白。
If you like the content, please hit like, subscribe, comment in the comment section. Let me know what you're thinking. Hit the notification button. It'll let you know when I'm uploading next. And until then, I have been the Triple Crown Champ. I'll see you next time.